Hi, this is Kelly Gonzalez with Insightful Accountant. We are here at Scaling New Heights 2022. I am joined by Jenny Moore from Ignition. Jenny, would you tell us a little about yourself and about Ignition?
Thank you so much, Kelly. So yes, my name is Jenny Moore and I am the Partnerships Manager for Ignition. Very similar to you, I am also a practice owner as well. A couple of things that I really like about Ignition is how we're able to solve some real life problems for you. I've been a user since 2016. Actually started it because I royally screwed up an engagement. Yeah, I made a $12,000 mistake.
None of us have ever done that before.
Really? Like no? Yeah, really? No, I totally did. I was using I would call it a traditional process. So I was using like Word, export it, digital signature.
That sounds fun.
Oh yeah, it was like I had a lot of time on my hands with 3 kids. Like yeah. And 3 o'clock in the morning, I'd wake up my husband like, hey, does this Word document look good? And he's like, just do not do that for your marriage. It does not help out at all. So long story short, how I started with Ignition is I was really working well with this prospect. We were adopting cloud technology like crazy in 2016, like many of us, right? Like it was a roller coaster ride of disruption, and it was awesome, fun, scary. And I was focusing on my clients and not so much on my practice. And so when I was articulating what I was going to do for this prospect and solving their problems, I knew exactly how to do it. Like, not to sound too egotistical, but I knew the apps, I knew the workflows, I had a beautiful mind map. Like, that thing was color coordinated. Okay. Then I used that traditional proposal process.
Right.
Okay. I did that whole 3 a.m. Wake up my husband. Can you look at this? Does it look okay? Send it out. And I didn't hear anything back. And I went, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You got this intuition, right? You're like, what's going on? And simply just called up the client to say, hey, when are we ready to get started? I know you're eager. And then there was that like awkward kind of like pause. And the decision came out, well, we decided to go with another provider. And me being, yeah, exactly. I'm like, huh? I thought we had this down pat.
Yeah.
Like we were at the altar.
I thought we were
like this is it, right? And so I'm a very candid Canadian, and I wanted to know, right? Like, hey, like, give me some feedback. Like, I can't fix what I don't know. Ooh, I wasn't prepared. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for this feedback, but I needed this feedback. And the feedback was basically, Jenny, how are you going to fix our problems if you haven't even solved your own proposal process? Oh yeah, like if you want something, yeah, they called me out, and you know what? They should have, and they did, right?
But still, it hurts.
It did, it stung, but that's when I knew I had to find an app to fix that. Remember in the time, like, hey, there's an app that's got to fix that.
There's an app for that.
There's an app for that. And at the time, we were known as Practice Ignition. We've now rebranded to Ignition, so no big confusion there. We just dropped the practice. We're still the same great product, powered by the same great people. And that has really been my journey with Ignition.
Wow. And I'd say for sure they've grown so much since 2016.
Yeah,
Definitely
absolutely.
more robust features, better reporting. And even so, when you guys rebranded, if I remember correctly, part of it was to allow for different types of industries and businesses to use you guys.
Exactly. We're still primarily focused on the accounting industry. We've been powered by accountants. Our founder is an accountant. I'm a bookkeeper. We're all powered together to solve this for our industry. So we're still very much focused on the accounting industry, and especially with our integrations with things like Intuit Practice Manager, Carbon, Xero Practice Manager as well.
And QuickBooks Online.
And QuickBooks Online, exactly. And all these other financial management systems as well. So there's a lot of great opportunities for accounting professionals with our app. But at the same time, when I'm sending out my proposals to my digital agencies, they're like, hey, what was that thing you used? Because they love the videos, they love the brochure, they love that my voice was carried out throughout this big decision process. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a little snibbish. I like high value clients. And so when they're making a high value decision and my voice is with them throughout that proposal process by using the Loom videos, my brand, our brochure, it's like I'm there with them. And that's what makes it easier for them to make a decision. Plus, we make it easy with some of our greatest features that have been launched over the last 2 years. So we have not been sleeping over the last 2 years of, dare we say COVID? I don't even know. Like, is that a swear word now?
I
We've
wish.
I wish, right? So we've been making some really great improvements, and one of them is new proposal editors. So if you are a big fan of value pricing, I know I am.
Mhm.
We are able to create 3 different options for clients to choose from. They simply choose the one that's best fit for their needs and budget, and it takes so much time off of my docket because then I'm not having to send out another customized proposal.
Right.
They just simply select what they want.
Nice. And so that's another thing that you just mentioned in the past couple of years. So if you have used Practice Ignition in the past and now Ignition, they do have, I can say personally that they have more robust features. There's definitely a better proposal editor. So you might want to check them out again. And same, I actually have sent proposals to clients and they have come back and asked me what I'm using, and they are also now using Ignition.
Yeah.
So it
works
is
so
impressive.
well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much
Thank you
for
so much
joining
for
us.
your time.
Thank you for joining us. You can subscribe at insightfulaccountant.com.